Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today I have an Ahsoka series set. This is Ahsoka Tano's T-6 Jedi Shuttle. The set number is 75362. It's going to have 599 pieces. It's going to retail for $80 US. It's going to go on sale September 1st of 2023. Down below I have an affiliate link to lego.com, so if you choose to purchase this set, consider using the link. So this is the only LEGO Star Wars set as I'm making this review that includes the brand new Ahsoka Tano minifigure, which in my opinion is super desirable. It's based on the version that we originally saw in The Mandalorian, and now of course Ahsoka's getting her own series, which I'm super excited for. I have yet to see it as I'm making this review. It comes out in just a few days, so I'm very pumped for it. Trailers look good, but time will tell to see whether the show is good or not. And that will also depend on how well this set is received, as well as if the show is successful or not. Taking a look at the back of the box here, you'll notice that we are getting more than Ahsoka in this set. We're getting Professor Huyang, we're getting an Inquisitor, and we're also getting Sabine Wren. So very desirable minifigures in this set. Technically speaking, this is the cheapest Ahsoka series set at $80. After this, you have the E-Wing set at $110, and then after that, you have the Ghost and Phantom 2 at $160. So, you know, this will be an entry point for a lot of LEGO Star Wars fans. After the in-depth, we'll find out whether this set is really worth that price tag or not. I'm very excited for it though, because I love the T-6 Jedi Shuttle in general. If you guys didn't know, there was a Clone Wars variant that came out like over a decade ago, which I actually still have and will be comparing against shortly, so that'll be exciting. Lastly, I do want to thank LEGO for sending this set over for review, and without further ado, let's go into the in-depth. So as I had anticipated, the T-6 Shuttle is excellent looking, but it's not without flaw. Let's talk about the minifigures. First up is Ahsoka Tano, based off the live action version of the character, and LEGO went to great lengths at making this figure look fantastic, with arm printing, a brand new hairpiece as well. Really, there's nothing to complain about with this Ahsoka minifigure. After that, we have Professor Huyang, which was actually first seen in the Clone Wars TV show, so it's really cool to be getting a Clone Wars character all these years later from the Ahsoka series. After that, we have what I assume is an Inquisitor. His name is Merrick. It doesn't specify whether it's an Inquisitor or not, but he does have the Inquisitor armor as well as the hilt. Very cool character. No head of any sort underneath that helmet, but it's still a cool looking character. Last up is the new iteration of Sabine Wren, obviously based off the live-action version as well, like Ahsoka. And as you can see, she does include the green lightsaber as well as dual blasters, and even a purple hairpiece is included as well. Moving on to the T-6 Shuttle now, what are my thoughts? Well, first off, I really like the way the set looks. I like the color scheme. That dark red and light bluish gray looks so well together. It has a very nice aesthetic that I personally favor, but only on the top side of the wings. When you flip it over on the other side, you can see on the reverse side of the plates, it is bad. It is not good at all. LEGO should have easily tiled that off with inverted tiles, which they have been doing in other sets. There is some included landing gear that just folds out, and then taking a look at the cockpit, that is indeed a printed piece. There are some stickers in this set, but it's nothing crazy. Little control panel there, and unfortunately, you can only fit one single minifigure in this entire set, which is in the cockpit area. So you can put Ahsoka Tano in the cockpit, and that's it. As for the storage here, there is an area for Professor Huyang's little table as well as his wrench. It looks like you could fit a figure in this area, but it's only for tool storage. Same goes for the other side. There is just more storage for lightsabers and hair pieces, which is definitely nice. I like there's extra storage, but I would have appreciated a little bit more depth there to get a minifigure in. As for swooshability and playability, you can turn the wings a full 360 degrees, a very awesome function that I think a lot of people will enjoy doing. As for the back side, you'll notice there is a couple engines there and even a little turret, which is really cool to see. Lastly, I want to compare the Clone Wars T-6 Shuttle that we got all those years ago back in 2011 versus this new Ahsoka series version. As you can see, the Clone Wars variant is slightly bigger, relatively the same size as this new version, but the original Clone Wars variant had a much bigger cockpit that could accommodate more than one figure, which is definitely favorable. As for the backside, you can notice that both really don't have too much detail going on. Still an area I think LEGO could have improved on this new iteration, so still disappointing. I think I actually prefer the new Ahsoka variant over the original Clone Wars one. I just like that new color scheme and design a little bit more. So overall, I like the T-6 Shuttle. It definitely has its flaws, but I really like the minifigure selection. I think that's a big standout. You know, if you keep the wings spinning around, you can actually get quite a nice breeze to cool you down in, say, a hot LEGO room. All jokes aside, I actually really like the T-6 Jedi Shuttle. Now, as much as I like this set, it's not without flaw. There is a couple things I can complain about here. The main one is definitely the backside of these wings. I think LEGO could easily use some inverted tiles here to really make it look as good as the front side here. It's just disappointing because really the set only looks good from one side, not as much from the other. I think just some 4x8 tiles with some stickers on it would have been a vast improvement compared to what we're getting here. And then my next complaint is the fact that there just is only space for one single minifigure. Now there is room for those accessories here on these side panels, but if LEGO had just added at least 2 more plates worth of depth, we could have fit both Professor Huyang and Sabine Wren in the main body section, carrying 3 minifigures, which I think would have been a big improvement. Now, are both of those things deal breakers to this set? In my personal opinion, no. I still like this set. You know, it reminds me of the Clone Wars. The T-6 Shuttle was introduced in the show, and you know, honestly, you could easily utilize this set in a Clone Wars MOC, in my personal opinion. It has those colors that you see in the show as well. I really like the overall look of this set, excluding the fact that the other side of the wings don't look that great. Couple that with really good exclusive minifigures, this is definitely a set not to ignore. Now, is it worth that $80 price tag? I will admit, I don't think it's quite worth that price tag. That is pretty high. 600 pieces, $80 doesn't quite match up for me. I think if you're not riding the Ahsoka hype train, you could easily wait a couple months and pick this set up later in the year and maybe get a discount of $10, $20. I could see Amazon especially discounting this to $70 or $60. Even at $80, because of the exclusive minifigures, because of how excited I personally am for the Ahsoka series, I'm still going to recommend this set. I still think it's a solid vehicle, solid line of minifigures that are all really cool in my opinion. So with all that said, I definitely like this set. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out all the other LEGO Star Wars reviews. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.